Okay, so this video, again, this is about, this isn't about so much as altering the text, but altering the meaning of the text through, wordplay. And here's how I'll straighten that out. I've had many times Christians use Ephesians 2:15 and others like around there, and Colossians and all that. But we'll do Ephesians only right now, and I'll move on and do those. I'll do Colossians as well if you want. They use that to say that the Ten Commandments, or as a Jewish person would say, the Torah no longer is viable. And this is be the proof, Ephesians 2:15, and every Christian will point to it, or your commentaries, or your internet searches, and here's Ephesians 2:15, having abolished in his flesh the enmity. All right, even the law of commandments contained, and this is, I'm going King James again, of course, contained in ordinances, for to make in himself of two one new man, so making peace. So I hope I wrote that right. In that verse though, so we have ordinances. All right, and that's not talking about the Ten Commandments or any of the other laws that are in the Torah, more than the Ten Commandments, like 613. Not and they're not laws. They're technically instructions and guidelines. All right, and so, but anyways, with that aside, that's not talking about in that verse in Ephesians 2:15. The ordinances is not referring to the Ten Commandments, etc. Okay, and the reason why you can tell is this is written in Greek. You go back to the original Greek and you can look it up in one of your concordances. The word is dogma. Okay, I know you guys even heard that word, and it's used. That's the original word for ordinances. That's where they got ordinances from, and it's used to refer to judgments and decrees. That can be, those can be issued by religious and civil officials. Okay, the Torah and commandments, or the law of our Father, has never been defined with the word enmity. Which is what they're putting in there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Never, ever, ever in any of the scriptures has the Father's law, the commandments, ever by anyone anywhere has it ever been described as having enmity. And if you look that up, that's a state or feeling of being actively opposed or hostile to someone or something. Okay, that is completely out. That's just like, so if you're even thinking, well, maybe he's wrong, he's interpreting it. Well, if I'm wrong, then you should be able to find another one, that would back that up. Believe me, you won't find anything. You won't find anything at all. So again, you got to be able to prove yourself over and over. You can't just sit here and do one-offs. So Paul here, like I said, he's not, because Paul is the one writing this. He's not referring to the Ten Commandments, or as the Jewish people, or anyone who would follow a similar path without being converted to Judaism. You don't have to convert, following a similar path. Which means you believe in the Torah and the Tanakh, which is the original stuff. You know what I mean? So Paul, he's not referring to the Ten Commandments. See, that's proof, right there, 100% proof. But yet you can look it up, type in Ephesians 2:15, or ask how you have proof that the old commandments, the Torah, the old covenant, all that's the same thing. Is just no longer in effect. And why? Where's your crystallized proof? And that's how it's crystallized, by making things up, where there's no ever been enmity in any time, shape, or form in our Bible or yours, referring to our Father's law. Think about that. Romans, okay, 4:15, where you know what? I'll just finish. I'll go ahead. Romans, where no law is, there is no transgression. Ten Commandments is define your sin. The law which defines sin is described by Paul as being holy, and the commandments just and good. So the law which defines sin that Paul describes in Romans 7:12, I guess is always that the commandments are holy and just and good. All right. So no way is he saying to get rid of that. And I can go on and on forever on that topic, because Paul is the most abused and most commonly used writings, and writings attributed to Paul, which we can't, besides like the first like 8 letters, we don't know for sure any of the other ones. We just say they're attributed to him. But let's go to Romans. See real quick. 5:13. But sin is not imputed when there is not law. So, and also Matthew. That's pretty simple, right? I don't have to explain that. Matthew 15:6-9. Jesus tells about laws of commandments and ordinances. Right? That's what he's talking about. And the commandments of men. This is a quote from him. Commandments of men's sword. You see what I'm saying? I mean, do you see how commandments are used when it's been in translation and everything else? And it goes through all this stuff. You have to go in context then. And if you can't go into the original text, you have to start reading in context, finding where it matches up, where that idea matches up over and over and over throughout your Bible. Because if it's a one-off, you're reading it wrong or something's wrong, and every single time. Okay, it has to match, and it has to be provable throughout. It can't be a one-off. Thank you.